almost whispering, "Bam, bam, bash. Bam, bam, bash." If you hear that chant echoing through the fog in Berhampur, Madhya Pradesh, your only option is to hide. For centuries, this village has survived by keeping its doors locked and its eyes closed to a deadly secret wandering its streets at night. Hundreds of miles away in a brightly lit modern Delhi lab, that folklore feels entirely irrelevant. Two researchers, Meghna and Ishita, are under extreme pressure from their professor. They are out of time to produce a viable biological antidote, and their careers are on the line. Searching for a miracle, Ishita unearths an ancient text on local folklore. This illustration from the manuscript shows a twisted tree dripping a glowing green liquid. The text calls it the Mrityunjay Amrit, a legendary elixir rumored to possess incredible healing properties. Meghna and Ishita classify the elixir as a raw biochemical resource, a naturally occurring compound they can synthesize to meet their deadline. But the locals in Berhampur treat the forests surrounding this tree as an active hazard. They don't send hunting parties for medicine. Instead, they enforce strict, multi-generational curfews, particularly on Saturday nights, terrified of what walks near the tree line. Armed with lab equipment and a tight deadline, Meghna and Ishita believe they are solving a scientific puzzle. In reality, they are walking into a 400-year-old trap. To understand the danger, we have to look at this image representing the Nishir Molo. 4 centuries ago, these imposing figures began patrolling the forests of Berhampur, carrying an ornate, heavy coffin on their shoulders while repeating their hypnotic chant. Surviving an encounter with them requires 3 rigid rules. Hide when you hear their footsteps, absolutely do not look at them, and remain entirely still until the chanting completely fades away. The locals know exactly what happens when you break a rule. A villager named Madan tried to observe them from the bushes. He was found paralyzed near a banyan tree, his face frozen in pure terror before disappearing entirely. Following Madan's disappearance, Berhampur adopted a total survival protocol. The village retreated behind locked doors, treating the surrounding forest as a lethal, off-limits perimeter. The Nishir Molo do not wander randomly or hunt villagers in their beds. They operate like an automated security system, violently maintaining the boundary between the village and the deep forest. But an automated defense system needs something to protect. That brings us to the mechanism of life, the Mrityunjay Amrit. The folklore dictates a highly specific biological cycle. This thick, glowing green sap only seeps from the bark of one specific ancient tree, and only on the night of a full moon. There is a psychological connection here that the researchers ignore. Meghna has been suffering from recurring nightmares of this exact tree long before Ishita found the manuscript, suggesting the tree might be capable of projecting a signal to lure potential subjects. The moment the 2 women cross the physical threshold into Berhampur, the environment reacts. The sky instantly blacks out. Heavy winds whip through the previously calm streets, and the temperature plummets. The village's ecosystem functions like a biological immune system, triggering violent weather to reject the unauthorized presence of the researchers. Ignoring the warning signs, the researchers manipulate Anuj into guiding them on a midnight infiltration. Their target is the ruined 400-year-old palace of King Surajban. Breaching the palace trips a signal, firing the connection to the forest node, reawakening the Nishir Molo. The node expands, intercepting 2 gamblers on the boundary. The 400-year-old coffin finally opens. A massive shockwave, a terrifying supernatural scream, washes over the map, waking everyone in Berhampur. This sequence suggests the Mrityunjay Amrit is not a cure at all, but a form of psychological bait. The tree projects itself into the minds of the ambitious, drawing them toward the village so the Nishir Molo can complete their cycle. The lid is off. The scream has sounded. Something that has been trapped in the dark for 4 centuries is now out in the open air. Meghna and Ishita tried to exploit ancient mythology using modern science. Instead of an antidote, they triggered a relentless, automated force that deals exclusively in death.